Hi everyone, welcome back to the Trans.Girls.Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to answer some of the web's most asked questions about the trans community. I'm Scwelsh Ellie. I've been transitioning for about 3 years now, coming up to 3 years. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lottie, and I've been transitioning for like 8 years now. I think, 4 and 5, 9 years.
9 years, bloody
Wow.
hell. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
So the first question we've got today is, are trans women allowed to use women's bathrooms? It's a bit of a grey area, so...
Yeah, it's also a bit controversial, it would seem.
Yeah, so recently the Supreme Court in the UK has ruled that sex is determined at birth, so they don't class trans women properly as women. So technically it's like, no, they're not allowed to use women's bathrooms, but I do, Lottie does.
Yeah.
And it's more for our safety than anything, isn't it?
Absolutely, and like, I guarantee you, if I walked into the men's bathroom, they'd be like, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, like, they'd probably feel really uncomfortable as well, because they'd be like, why is there a woman in the bathroom with us?
Exactly, and like, the whole thing of, like, men trying to get into the bathroom, that's just not true. Like, if they want to go into the bathroom to do nefarious things, they're going to walk in. There's nothing stopping them.
There's literally, like, there's not any security on the front checking the genitalia of everyone. Like,
I promise you, all we want to do is go in, use the toilet, wash our hands, get the hell out of there.
I want to check out myself as well.
Yeah, that too.
Fix my hair. But that's about it. Like, we don't want to go in there and, you know, have a rave or anything. It's not like they have movie theatre and everything in the women's bathrooms. It's toilets.
Yeah.
We walk in there, we do our business, we get out, and that's it. But yes, we're allowed to use women's bathrooms. Maybe not fully legally, but that's where I feel more comfortable. That's where I am in less danger.
Yeah.
That's where that's where the men are gonna find me most comfortable, is in the women's bathrooms. And in my experience as well, like, whenever I went into the women's bathrooms, like at nightclubs and stuff, they've always been lovely in there. They've always been, like, so welcoming and everything.
Yeah, exactly. But not even that. Like, I've been in nightclubs and gay bars in Dublin, and like, there are men and women's toilets, but nobody pays attention to that.
Yeah.
Everybody is in every toilet. So.
Yeah, literally. Like, who cares? Go where it makes you comfortable. Go where you feel best. Like, it's cubicles at the end of the day. It's not like there's one big cesspit in the middle of the room. It'd be a bit weird if there was, wouldn't it?
Just a little bit, yeah.
But let's get into the next question. Are trans women allowed in women's prisons? This is one that is very, very controversial.
And almost scary.
Yeah, it's very scary for me especially. Basically, I would end up in a male prison.
Yeah.
And can you imagine?
Yeah,
Can you imagine how horrible that would be? Like,
oh no, I'd hate that.
I would rule that prison.
Yeah, like, it's like, we'd hope we wouldn't do anything worthy of getting thrown in prison, but
No, but I find it a bit ridiculous, if I'm honest with you.
yeah. So the guidelines are, if you have male genitalia, you'll go to a male prison, or depending on the crime, violent crimes, sexual crimes, there are exceptions to be made. And as far as I know, even if they end up in male prisons, they aren't in, like, general population. I think.
So basically you'd be housed with all the worst of the worst, if you know what I mean. Like, the people who've hurt children and stuff in the past. Like, that is the sort of people you would be thrown into prison with in a male. So I'll be in a male prison. Not just that, I'll be housed with the worst of the worst as well. So I find that absolutely ridiculous, and something does need to change.
Definitely. And according to the gov.uk website, 90% of transgender inmates are housed in male prisons, and apparently none of them have requested a transfer. I'm not sure if I entirely believe that statistic.
No, they're just like, oh, what's that? You want a transfer? Here's your transfer.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you started your transition before prison or before you committed the crime, then you should be considered a woman. Like, you should go to a women's prison, maybe even like a separate wing sort of thing or something like that. Like, it's a difficult one to answer, isn't it? 'Cause,
definitely.
Like, what is the right thing to do? It's very difficult.
Yeah, and it's not like no matter what prison you go to, anybody's gonna overpower you. You're very weak.
Yeah, like, I'll get beat up so easily.
I'm like, okay, I'm stronger than her, but I'm still like I have a friend, and she's a cis woman, and she's quite a bit stronger than I am.
Yeah, like, it's a very difficult one to answer. Truly, is like what would be the right thing to do. I do get where the worries are coming from. I fully get it. I understand it. But at the end of the day, we need to respect that trans women are women.
Yeah.
And why not just guard the prisons better? Like, there will be offences going on in prison regardless as if there's trans women there or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just make sure you're looking after the people in prison, and I don't see why we'd have an issue.
Yeah. Okay, so on to the next question, and it is, why are trans women so hot?
I found this really funny when I've seen this come up.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how many people are searching that.
They're all MAGA supporters and reformers.
Yeah, probably. That's like, you can't make this stuff up. You'll find people like in your DMs messages saying all these weird stuff, and then you'll just look at their profile and they're like reformers, MAGA.
Every single time.
Retweeting.
It is always this.
Yeah, retweeting like J.K. Rowling. It's just...
Yeah, like you genuinely cannot make it up. It's most of them, isn't it? Or they've got wives and children and everything.
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
too.
Come on, like, this is ridiculous.
So why are trans women so hot?
I'd say like, a lot of the time we do have increased levels of estrogen running through our systems.
Yeah.
We try and do this to basically, because we're going through puberty again, like, it's a second puberty. We have higher estrogen levels and lower testosterone levels than most cis women, and I find that bloody crazy. It's just because if we have been through a male puberty, we need to try and revert as much of that as possible and try and get the fat redistribution going on.
Yeah.
But I'd say trans women might be perceived as extra hot because we feel, a lot of the time we feel like we need to put in extra effort.
Yeah, to be a bit... Yeah.
Because if you look at it this way, the beauty standard for women in general is so high.
It's crazy.
Like, the beauty standard is up here, and then the beauty standard for trans women is bloody twice that. It's crazy. And I feel like a lot of the time we feel like we need to be more beautiful than cis women.
Yeah, because cis women don't have that issue of, I need to pass, I need to look good, I can't be clocked today. So we have to go above and beyond to feel like we are passing.
Yeah, we need to feel like we belong. We need to feel comfortable to use women's bathrooms, like that previous question. We need to feel like everyone's going to look at us and go, that girl over there.
Yeah. That
woman over there. Like, we need to feel that, and if we don't feel that, then a lot of the time we just don't feel great about it.
Yes, I do agree. Like, there's just so much effort, and like, I'm 9 years transitioned, so I put in a lot less effort now than I used to. Couldn't go anywhere without a full face of makeup, like, couldn't wear jeans, and now I don't even know the last time I wore makeup. Probably Pride last year was last time, and that was just a bit of eyeliner.
No, I did your makeup for your last Pride.
No, that wasn't Pride. That was Valentine's Day.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
See, I so rarely wear it. I now wear jeans all the time. I just stopped putting in the effort, and that's purely because I've been going 9 years. I started biking and I kept getting, this woman there. And so it helped me feel a little bit more comfortable over time.
Yeah, and the funny thing is as well, a lot of people are like, why do trans women try so hard? And it's literally because we're trying to pass.
Yeah, this is why.
And we try so hard as well because, like, we need to feel affirmed in ourselves. We do it for us, we don't do it for other people.
Absolutely.
We do it to make ourselves feel better. It's the same as cis women as well, though. Like, a lot of cis women put in loads of effort to try and like look as glamorous as possible and look as good as possible.
This is why it's gender dysphoria. It's quite similar to body dysmorphia.
It's very similar, yeah. So it's like in the previous episode, we were talking about how being trans, you get to the point where your problems are very similar to just cis problems anyway. Like there's a lot of cis women out there who have certain issues with certain things, and
that's why
it's completely normal. Like you get boob enhancements and
stuff. Like plastic surgery is very high on a lot of women's lists. Not every woman, but there are people who are just very lacking in self-confidence, myself included.
Yeah, but you want to feel good at the end of the day, and that's why we put so much effort in. So I hope that answers this question.
That was a long ramble to say that.
Yeah, let's get into the next one. Why are trans women so common? I find this a bit of a mad one.
Yeah, like, first off, it's depending on what way you look at this question, there's just so more common these days, because trans people have existed for a long time. It's just, we have social media now, and we have the internet, and it's very easy to spread that information around. But if it's why are trans women like more common than trans men, they're not. It's just trans women are so much in the media, the news, we're targeted by everything. Trans men, they kind of fly under the radar for that. I know there's a trans male boxer, isn't there? Who's getting a bit of slack.
Patricio Manuel.
Yeah.
And he can't actually perform in a professional environment because he has taken testosterone, and that is classed as a performance enhancing drug. So he's not going to be able to compete in the Olympics or anything, but he is bloody brilliant.
And that's where it kind of gets funny, because he's not allowed to perform in the Olympics. Trans women who have their testosterone blocked, take estrogen, and will end up with less testosterone, as you said, than a cis woman, are also not allowed to fight. And it's just down to being trans. But that's not the question that we're answering. So yeah, it's just purely that a lot of people seem to have an issue with trans women, and that's why it seems that we are more common when we're actually probably not.
I also feel like as well that trans men tend to have a very good experience with testosterone compared to us with estrogen.
It'll drop their voice, it'll give them an Adam's apple, it'll give them facial hair, body hair.
Yeah.
They'll get more muscles. Everything that AMAB people experience in their first puberty, that will actually happen to trans men, just without the testicular bits.
Yeah, and then obviously with us we need to get facial hair removal, and we need to go through vocal training and stuff, maybe get vocal surgery, and there's so many steps that we need to do to revert things that happen during the male puberty. I understand with trans men that a lot of the time they need to get breasts removed and they need to get certain things done as well to feel more masculine, but it's probably part of the reason anyway why trans women tend to be a little bit more visible.
Yeah, and I will say this, I would take tucking over binding any day. I do feel for trans men having to use binders, because that just seems incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So the next question is, do trans women get periods? And the short answer to this is no. But it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Yeah, we don't get periods in the sense of the word period, the function of a period.
Yeah.
But our hormone levels and our emotional levels, they can shift throughout the month, which can resemble certain phases in a menstrual cycle.
Yeah, I am, however, very thankful that I don't get periods, because what women have to go through is bloody horrible, literally, no pun intended.
Yeah. The more we learn about periods and the attitude society has towards women and periods is horrendous.
Oh, it's absolutely dreadful, yeah.
Like wasn't there a study recently that basically said that period pains are essentially like a mild heart attack pain?
Yeah, this is what baffles me as well, though, with periods, is that, like, women can go through a lot of pain, and it can be similar to childbirth.
Yeah.
And there's still, like, women are still expected to work through that.
Or a mini heart attack, like a minor heart attack pain, and they're still working.
Yeah.
Driving, like I drive along and I get a back spasm, and I'm like, oh, like, I can't imagine that level of pain.
Just, like, for
functioning
for that long as well, just, like, constantly there. Like, I'm thankful that I don't have them, but at the same time, if I did have them and I had a uterus and stuff, I'd be so much happier.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely would be, because at the minute it's like, oh, but trans women can't have babies, and it's like, no, trans women aren't able to have babies. I would love to be able to have my own baby.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a future video, because it's quite a long one. But yeah, I think that's all for this video.
Yeah, I think so. We covered quite a few of them there.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please let us know, and we will do more of these answers in a future video.
And also, leave a comment if you have questions yourself that you want us to ask.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
sure we will eventually like scrape all the questions together and do a Q&A video.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting to see. I would like to see the really strange questions that get into the nitty-gritties, because I'd love to hear them. I'd love to answer them, and to the best of our abilities.
Yeah.
But also I'm going to leave a link to a Buy Me a Coffee in the description as well. So if you'd like to support us financially, that would be great. But I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.